It's Olaf1 and I'm back with a live stream from this Silver Lining DLC, and this should actually be the last of the Silver Lining DLC.
Nice to see you.
And again, I love this route.
Officers are pursuing a truck.
Okay, we're going to pause this and then we'll deal with that when I get back. But I'm going to go message this out, and please wait a few minutes and we'll get started. Hello everyone, I'm back, and the chat is busted again. So, give me a few minutes while I get things up on my old clunker of a computer that I have next to the game system, and we'll get started properly. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this stupid thing. I wonder if it might actually be the keyboard I have plugged into it. But that would make absolutely no sense, wouldn't it? Like, how in the world would that make any sense whatsoever? Okay, well, my computer... Okay, here we go. Alright, my computer is booted up here, so let's see if it will actually cooperate. And I can't see my mouse pointer. Great. Off to a fantastic start on that regard.
Let's get away with all that Sable tech. This is awkward, but I think you guys might be driving a truck that's not yours. Mind if I take a look?
Okay, I'll get this resolved in somehow. There, okay, I can see my cursor now. Hey, come on, are you okay? That didn't work. Come on. Okay, he's down. My computer's loading because, again, dinosaur.
guys were either really desperate or really dumb. Maybe
I
both.
mean, I could drag my old computer up here, but, I mean, my new computer up here, but I really don't want to have to do that because I don't like just, you know, uprooting it every 5 seconds. That doesn't feel like it'd be a good thing. Okay, we're almost there. And of course it decides, hey, I'm going to Google search YouTube. Okay, so I apologize that the first 5 minutes of this video are me trying to desperately get Sony's chat system to work. I might just try unplugging the... I mean, the problem, like, the real problem with this...
All units, a shipment of stable equipment is under attack by Machia.
Where are they?
Response needed north of Houston.
Let me see. Okay, still waiting. But, yeah, sorry about this, and the fact this happens, this seems to be happening almost every time. I don't know what's going on. Sony, fix your stuff. Okay, here we are. I can finally see the chat. Or rather, I should be able to. Ah, here we are. Okay, I can see the chat now. So if you want to say something in the chat, just say it. Because I'm able to see it now.
That doesn't look like a friendly conversation. Hey guys, I think this might not be your car. Yeah, get him, buddy. Bring it down.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
They called it back up.
Okay, I can see you, Troper.
They're at the door again.
Okay, good. We are good. So, since I've spent the last two, like I've mentioned in past live streams that things have been disappointing me, like Glass and Planet Eater, something that didn't disappoint me was the Steven Universe season finale. I actually like these missions. Like, I actually do. Especially when I do stuff like this. But I won't spoil anything about the season finale, but I loved it. Not what I intended to do, but it happened. So if you it was just one of those things that I really liked. Oh wait. No, go on, right ahead. Go on.
Stay with Spiderman. I'm knocking on the door. But I'm trying to work on my humility. Thank you. I think I need to look into a career change.
Yeah, there's a lot of gifts. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything from the season universe finale. And there's stuff that I haven't gotten yet. Stormboat. Oh. Okay, there. Now I got everything. But yeah, if anyone's wondering my thoughts on the Steven Universe season finale, I won't go into detail on it, but I loved it. Like, it was basically everything I wanted. Like, it was one of those things where I really, really needed that, honestly. because basically it was one of those things where Planet Eater was a huge well, I'd say it's a huge disappointment, but my expectations weren't all that high, and I still managed to be majorly disappointed. Okay, now, let me see. Right over here. I will say I'm interested in where they're going to go with Season 6, because the season finale was basically, and they actually were upfront with this, and did say it. Essentially what the idea was with this, when they were writing the Season 6 finale, is they wanted to write a finale that could potentially be a series finale, or could be a season finale. And you can definitely tell. Like, you can tell it could be a series finale if they really wanted.
I remember Yuri telling me about a drowning here. She was suspicious because the victim was a competitive swimmer. All of these reports are from the last year or so. But last month, Yuri assigned herself to all of these cases. Was Yuri the one who left all those recordings?
Okay, Yuri, let's move on. Have your obsessive thoughts about the suspect continued?
Yes. Sometimes I feel like I've almost got him. And sometimes I feel like I'll never get him.
Are you doing your breathing exercises?
Trying to.
But...
I know who he is. I know where he is. And I know what he's done. But I can't do anything. Not without legally admissible evidence.
That must be frustrating.
You have no idea.
Seems like Yuri's hunch is that the guy on the tape is the guy that killed all these people. I think she might be right.
Okay, where are we? Is that the last screwball? No, there's two. I want to do that one last. I like doing the gadget challenges last because the gadget challenges are fun. A gym version of Spiderman. That would actually be an interesting idea. I'm not actually sure. I don't know gemstones enough. I'm sure there's some spider-based gemstone that you could use. I guess that would kind of be like combining the whole gemstone thing with the spider sona thing.
Sable weapons and food supplies. But those are supposed to go to Syncaria.
Dynamic entry!
You guys don't need more guns. And you definitely don't need the food.
And pile driver. Spider gemstone, yeah. Yeah, these are nice. Oh, can I actually not pile drive them into their own? Well, okay, I can't. Apparently pick up their bikes, which is weird. But I can pile drive them into their own bikes.
I should remember to tell Sable about this later. Maybe it'll get me on her good side. If she has one.
That said, I will say this, I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was.
I think I'm close. And there's the trademark yellow. The recorder must be around here somewhere. There's another police report. I think there was a hit and run here recently. The victim was set to testify against one of Hammerhead's men. But of course, police never found a suspect. On the last one,
Hi, Paul.
Yuri sounded frustrated.
The chat's broken, but I can see you on my old junker of a laptop.
That's it? Yes. I mean, we talked a little bit about her medication, but when is the next session? Why? What are you going to do? I'm gonna do whatever my boss tells me to do.
Oh no. Are they setting up a hit on Yuri? Gotta get to those other locations.
Okay, I'm going to do the one right here last because I feel like the gadget challenges are the best ones in my opinion. What suit do I get for completing all the districts? Oh, okay. I don't really need that suit for the final boss, but yeah. Oh, by the way, if anyone's wondering why this is an hour late, an hour later than usual, the reason is because my work schedule had me getting out at 4. I have to drive like 15 minutes to get to work. I had to eat. And I needed to take a breathing treatment because I had to clean up some fingernail polish that fell and broke. And that basically got my asthma going a little bit. So I had to take a breathing treatment. So yeah, there was no way I would have been ready to do one by 5. But yeah, like I said, I like the Steven Universe season finale. I'm very curious. I'd like to say more about what I'm curious about, but if I said any more about stuff that I'm curious about, out of the spoil thing. Okay, glad it worked out for you. Hello, you have the right to remain slammed into the hood of a car.
More Hammerhead thugs? On the upside, I won't have to hit the gym later.
Yeah, that is actually a good question. How good of a workout would you say beating up legions of thugs would actually be? Like, what would it actually work? Like, what part of your body would actually work out? Like, obviously your arms, because you're punching them in the face repeatedly. Probably your legs due to dodging. Yeah, I think a lot of people have their theories, but again, I can't really say anything about it in this video because I don't want to spoil people that might not have seen it, so... Here, officers! Are you unconscious? Okay, yeah, you're unconscious. Alright. Only in New York.
Better call Sable and tell her to pick up her tank thingy. What's left of it, anyway?
You were right in the middle of a shootout between the police and armed Maggia thugs. What the heck were you... Like... Is New York just so used to this that their reaction to that was basically, I'm just gonna sit here ignoring everything. Like, is New York really that desensitized?
If I stop the vehicles, I can secure that gear.
Ow!
Make sure you're buckled up, because it's about to get a little rough. Everybody, out!
Is everything still working right? Just checking. With my computer's being my old junker computer. No, Holy Cross, you're not late.
How'd these Hammerhead guys get here so fast?
You didn't really miss anything, just me saying that I like the Steven Universe season finale. But yeah, I ain't missing my bus. Oh, that had to hurt. I think it was for you. I think that was a phone thing. Ooh, that... Yeah, I think that guy does, that guy is getting some serious whiplash right now.
These guys were either really desperate or really dumb. Maybe both.
But no, Holy Cross, you're on time. By the way, apparently they're going to have some sort of Fantastic Four update out next week. I don't know what, they haven't really said anything about it, what it's going to be, but they've heavily implied something Fantastic Four related is coming to this game, and it's going to be next week.
The entrance to his hideout must be somewhere close by.
Yeah, season finale, that's right. No,
That's my way in.
It was one of those, it was intended, it was written in such a way that it could have been the season finale, but they got another season, so it's season 6 finale. I mean, so it's only the season 5 finale. That's actually a good question.
Hi, David. I think I found the last hideout.
Great work.
So, I was thinking, maybe we should store the caches at a local police precinct, just for safekeeping.
I would prefer to safeguard them myself.
I get the sense you're not telling me something.
I had a work visa with Sable International. It became invalid when I quit. Even an ID check right now could mean immediate deportation. I merely wish to finish this one task, and then I will go.
Maybe I could help you with the whole immigration thing.
Do not worry for me. This was my choice, and I have no regrets.
The cops take us down one by one. Hey, nobody's taking us down. We got better armor, better guns. Except for you, we got better brains. Let them come if they want. They want to die over a pile of humanitarian aid. That's just fine by me. Now you mention it, I hope they do come. Nothing gets you over those midweek blahs like wasting a few dozen cops. You seen the boss and be like, no, let's use the word evolve. You think he was really dead? Like dead? No. All I know is not to make him mad.
Okay, you guys in particular, I'm going to very brutally beat down because, yeah, saying you were going to kill a few dozen cops and have it be fun. Yeah, you guys deserve everything I'm going to do to you.
Literally didn't see that coming.
I see him! Spiderman! Stay out of our business!
Okay. Yeah, I kind of expected that too, but it's kind of interesting how things turn out. Okay, sorry if I focus a little bit here, but as for the question of who's more citizen, sir, I think it depends on how you judge the scope of what they're doing.
And nobody gets a foot sandwich.
because they're both terrible. Like, it's you know, it's just a complete fact. Most of them are terrible.
Remember that story you did on the shortage of teachers in the city? Well, I know someone who might be.
Now, I do think that Sideshow Bob's one of them as an interesting villain, yes. But Sinister kind of implies a bit more of a direct like a direct thing. Like it kind of implies, okay, Sinister, Insidious, or
there's more of you.
Those guys like walk out the door and are just like, ah, we're floating in the air. Why? Okay, where are you? Hello. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Oh, one of you guys. Okay, no, you will get beaten up in midair. But
seriously, guys, no more calling for backup. My toes are sore from all the face kicking.
But as for like Burns, I think is more evil than Bob. I hate those guys. I really do. Hello, you are now unconscious. But Burns, I think, is honestly more evil than Sideshow Bob is. Yeah, like I consider Burns more sinister than Bob. Bob is like more serious.
Can we all just take a break to restock our gadgets and mend our costumes, please?
But yes, like that's the thing. Like you consider, like it depends on how you judge Sinister. Okay, I'm going to target you in particular because you are going to be really annoying if I don't. Pile driver. Okay, that looked really cool because I dodged the rocket at the same time. Okay, good. An isolated minion. Okay, that's it. Fire arms of death! I thought I'm getting intense here.
We're losing guys left and right!
What happened? Like, how did I actually get knocked out there? Oh, I'm gonna have to redo all that. I hate that. Okay, now that is one thing I don't like, is that it starts you all the way back at the beginning. Like, come on, start me back at the round I was on.
Shh. Nobody's taking it. We got better armor, better guns, and except for you, let them come if they want. They want to die over a pile of humanitarian aid. That's just fine.
Now you mention it, I hope they do come. Nothing gets you over those midweek blahs like wasting a few dozen cops.
You know what gets me over my midweek blog? Doing this to you. Now you're floating in the air and electrocuted. How does it feel? How does it feel to be floating in the air and electrocuted? And now you're stuck to the ground. Are you happy now? Like, the thing that I don't like, I really don't like the whip guy. I hate the whip guys. I'm sorry if I got serious and not replying to the chat right away. It's because I was kind of getting a bit I had to kind of focus there, or else I would have definitely died like 9 times faster than I did.
Come on, guys. Just hand over the humanitarian aid and nobody gets a foot sandwich.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, MJ. Can I ask a huge favor?
What's up?
Remember that story you did on the shortage of teachers in
Yeah,
the
sorry
city?
if I'm getting serious. Like, this is one of those things where I kind of have to focus. And I don't think that's really fair, where even if you dodge, you can get hit. Like, that is a little unfair, but then again, I don't really need the base tokens at all. Like, I honestly don't.
Can't y'all just stick to racketeering like gentlemen?
So forgive me if I get a little focused. Oh, okay, you gotta go to church. Okay, good luck with that. Okay, you know what? You're getting a foot sandwich.
Seriously, guys, no more calling for backup. My toes are sore from all the face kicking.
Oh, that poor dude. Oh wait, why am I saying he's a poor Jew? He totally doesn't. Like all of these guys deserve every last thing I'm doing to them right now.
He's taking out too many of them! Active good!
We all just take a break to restock our gadgets and mend our costumes, please?
How do you do that?
Yeah, but again, forgive me for that. But on the subject of, you know, who is more sinister between those two. Okay, you know what? And now I have giant spider arms sprouting from my spine. You know, I would just like to see a thug just completely freak out when they see that me sprout the arms out of my back. For that suit power. There's another one. Okay, let's get me. Oh crap! Oh. Ha!
Oh, you know you guys are super late to the party. We already broke the piñata and everything.
Okay, come on, someone jump down. Ah, thank you. Okay, sorry if I, like, again, I'm having to be serious here because if I don't, I'll die. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, top 10 list of worst thing Mr. Burns has done. Yeah. Yeah, that is, you know, that is a good point. Ow. Okay, so basically... Okay. What the heck?! Okay, that made me mad. Like, that did make me mad. Like, that is just not fair. How... Okay, you know what? Let's try a different suit power. Fine then, we're going to go... If they're going to be unfair, we're going to be unfair. How about that? Most broken suit power in the game.
Sweet dreams.
How did I get away with that? The Darkness. No, I've never heard of that one.
What the hell is that?
Lady Night.
Now, where are those two very specific goons that I like to single out to be very... Oh, there they are.
Snoring now.
Help me, spider drones!
It's the spider again!
Come on, guys. Just hand over the humanitarian aid and nobody gets a foot sandwich.
I really don't use the drones as much as I mean the gadgets as much as I really should, actually.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, MJ. Can I ask a huge favor?
Sure, what's up?
Remember that story you did on the shortage of teachers in the city? Well, you know someone who might be a good fit. If he had a visa.
I think some of the supers are offering H-1Bs based on credentials. Send me his info and I'll call around.
There's more of you? Can't you all just stick to racketeering like gentlemen?
I'll take you out as soon as you exist. Get them, my army of drones!
Seriously, guys, no more calling for backup. My toes are sore from all the face kicking.
And you immediately get taken out because I have no time for your crap.
Can we all just take a break to restock our gadgets and mend our costumes, please? A thing of beauty.
Come on. Go, my army of drones! Get them! Get them all! Here, go flying down the staircase. Okay, now that doesn't feel fair at all. Like, it didn't even hit near me. I dodged it, and it somehow... Okay, my let me see. This is actually starting to get annoying, right? It legitimately is. And I get it that it's not my, that, you know, it's not, I can't really blame the game for my own bad performance, but it feels a little unfair. That sometimes I'll dodge something perfectly and it still counts as not dodging. Okay, you haven't had a chance to do anything, and you're not going to get a chance to do anything. So if I go quiet. Okay, nope. Okay, this is actually a good one.
Kick it up a notch. Never touch his breath.
If you were smart, you would have never liked the odds the moment you knew I was involved. Okay, he's out of my way. Sorry if I'm going really quiet here. Okay. This looks like a job for my spider drones. Get them spider drones. Go! And now you won't be able to move for a while because you'll be stuck to a wall. How's it feel to be stuck to a wall? Yeah, I got frustrated there, but that's just because I think that these these can get frustrating if you let them.
Now, where are those supplies for David?
They did. When did they nerf the Web Blossom? Because I don't remember them. They said they were going to, but I don't remember when they did. Okay, let's get my... I like the spider arms. But when did they nerf the web bombs? I mean, the Web Blossom. I thought that I knew they said they were going to, but I didn't think they actually... But I couldn't remember when if they actually did. Oh.
There they are. David, the final supply caches are secure.
Thank you. I will take them all to the Simkarian embassy and make sure the aid is delivered.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I will. And thank you once more, Spider-Man.
Guess that's it. Hope MJ can pull some strings for him.
A few months back? Okay. Well, I mean, still a good power. Like, it is still a good power. Okay, so next up, let's go to you. You know, I am actually surprised that they never actually did put the Spider Cop, so far at least, they didn't put the Spider Cop costume into the game. Like, I'm honestly surprised they never did that, because they actually made a Spider Cop design for Spider-Geddon. Like, it exists. There is actually a Spider Cop in Spider-Geddon.
It has to be Yuri who's leaving all this stuff. Hey, David, what's up?
Spider-Man, I have the supply caches and I'm on my way to the embassy, but I think I am being followed.
Where are you?
I am not sure. I am...
David? David! Hold on, I'm on my way. Hammerhead's men knew David would be alone and vulnerable. I should have seen this coming. Hang in there, David. I remember Yuri saying this was ruled an accidental death. Food poisoning, I think. These case files are getting more and more recent. This one happened just a few weeks ago.
Maybe for sequel, yeah, maybe. Can I actually see the... Because it's a side mission. It's that we get it, that we just unlocked with David. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, so I guess I have to just wait for this.
Yeah, well, the chief knew I was working undercover with you. I can't afford to lose my job. Maybe I should be the one doing breathing exercises.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Don't worry. I won't tell if you don't. Also, you're doing great. You're a very authentic-looking doctor.
Thanks, I think.
You think he knows you were wearing a wire?
If he does, he's a hell of a good liar.
He's a Magia enforcer. We know he's a good liar. The question is, does he know he's being lied to?
We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. You sure about all this?
We catch him in the act of trying to murder a police officer, he gets put away for life.
Yuri, what are you doing? I have to find her.
Okay, let's see, where's the... Oh, there's a crime. But yeah, they might be saving it for the sequel. I mean, it's one of those kind of obvious suits that I think a lot of people were really expecting, so...
That doesn't look like a friendly conversation. I liked you guys better when you were in the waste management business.
Time to squash a bug, boys.
Time to be squashed by the bug.
Watch out! It took more guys. We're on the way.
Okay, I am going to booby trap the front of your door. I suggest not stepping out because you will most likely be...
Spiderman here! Get more guys! Look up, you morons!
Hammerhead's got a lot of guys on his payroll.
How did that guy get stuck to the door? I didn't even put one on the door.
They're at the door again! Help!
Don't worry, I got him. I'll be taking that. There we go, someone was just like, oh no!
Boss wants his head!
Oh, I'm not picking you off. At this point, I'm just gonna like decimate all of you.
I'm going for the door! I'm working on the door!
Ooh, that was a painful looking call.
Stay back! Please! You got a death wish. I don't know how much longer the door's gonna hold!
And now you're
These
unconscious.
guys sure are serious about stealing Sabletech. Well, they're serious about everything, to be honest. Thanks, Spider-Man. That was a close one.
Thanks, Spider-Man. We'll take it from here.
Okay, now I was looking for the side mission for helping David. There it is. So let's quick travel because I want to. Also, well, I don't know why you wouldn't be here if you missed my last live stream. I love this suit. This is an awesome suit. I really, really like it. Okay, so... it was down that way. There it is. Like, I'm really looking forward to the sequel. I honestly am, because this game was so good. Like, the game and the DLC was really, really good. Like, I wish they'd added I wish they kind of added a little, like, maybe a few more gadgets or gave the gave at least some of the suit powers, but I can totally understand why they didn't. Oh, crime.
Those police can't make a move without risking an explosion. They're not as fast as me. Your bad days are about to get worse.
Say hello to my 4 giant, scary arachnid arms! Like, I seriously wish that some people, like some thugs, would just freak out when they see these things come out of my back. Oh, by the way, did anyone hear that they, the guy that did the Into the Spider-Verse movie said that if it did well enough, they would definitely add just Japanese, like Spider-Man Japan to the next game. I mean, to the next movie. I would really like that. I would honestly really like that if they do that. Please do that.
There's David. He's in trouble.
Oh.
Gotta move. Hi, David. You look like you could use a little help.
Hello, you have a shield. And now you're stuck to the ground with a shield.
I see him.
Say hello to my spider drones. Yeah, the dark. Like I've heard about the darkness. Like.
Almost there.
Wow, you managed to actually tank like a big thing slamming into your face like that. That's actually kind of impressive. Here, you can have this back. It looks better in your face. Enjoy your swim. I hope they, like, I hope either they don't introduce the Inheritors or they do something to make them a lot better, because I do not like the Inheritors. I really don't.
So, what's next?
Deliver the caches to the Simkarian embassy. Thanks to you, the Simkarians will finally get the aid they need.
Just happy I could help. But I meant, what's next for you?
Well, a few minutes ago I received a call from a school in Midtown. They offered me a visa if I accepted a teaching position. I don't suppose you had something to do with that.
Good things happen to good people.
I can't thank you enough. I will try every day to help my students achieve their dreams as you have helped me achieve mine.
Actually, I should be the one thanking you.
For what?
For reminding me why I'll always love this city.
I love that. That is so fun. I really love that. But yeah, I hope either they radically change the Inheritors to make them way more interesting of characters, or they just don't introduce them at all. Because now I know some people like the Inheritors.
This good feeling for at least the next few seconds, or until something else bad happens.
Not seen Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, that would be interesting. Like, that would be an interesting idea. Like, yeah, I remember that. Okay, so I need to get back over here and start doing these. I'm gonna swing the... Oops, sorry, people. But, like, I don't like the Inheritors. Like, I really don't. Like, to me, they're just boring. Like, I think that's the problem. Like, that's the problem I have with the Inheritors, is they're just kind of boring. And overpowered, but, I mean,
This is it, folks.
Okay, I will admit, this JJ thing makes me want to punch JJ in the face. It really does. Like, this one makes me just want to see him get punched in the face.
Directly linked to the very criminals who plague our city. Finally, one brave anonymous caller has delivered the goods. We have clear photos of Spiderman standing in the immediate vicinity of caches of humanitarian aid. Aid that was intended for Sincara. And our heroic caller assures me that these very humanitarian caches are being sold on the black market. If I've learned one thing in my years as a world-renowned reporter, it's this. Photos don't lie. Spider-Man has been caught red-handed. No pun intended, puns are for wimps. So what do we do about it, you ask? We wait. We wait for the police to finally wake up and arrest this mass lunatic. At long last, this city is going to finally see that Jameson has been right about Spider-Man this entire time. Not only is he he's actually
that'd be a cool one.
Medicine from innocent civilians who are trapped in a war zone. Women and children struggling to survive, hiding each day from a hail of mortars and bullets. Meanwhile, Spider-Man is stealing the very aid that might keep them alive. This is a new low, people. Even I could never have suspected Spider-Man of something this disgraceful.
Also, I really like that they remembered that this got wrecked during the Mr. Negative chase.
And quietly reflect on just how right King Jonah Jameson really was. Yet again.
And I hope, and if there's one where he actually has to recant that because it turns out to have been wrong, because it is, I have not heard it. But it makes me want to see Jameson get punched in the face, because that's just kind of a low for him. I think I might have mentioned it before, but I really would like to see a Jameson version of Spider-Man that's actually James Jonah Jameson. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can.
Make sure you're buckled up, because it's about to get a little rough.
I got a stuck in my head. And minigun to the face.
More Hammerhead goons? I've definitely earned an Eddie's pie after this.
Don't let him get you! Here comes the pain!
And here comes my fist.
You got a death wish, huh?
You're getting a punch in the face wish? Because I would have a lot easier time doing that, giving you that, than you giving me a death wish. I'm getting a death wish. So... Is that all of them? Okay.
These guys were either really desperate or really dumb. Maybe both.
Yeah, that would be fun. Jameson Spider-Man voiced by J.K. Simmons. By the way, interesting thing, there's a point in Spider-Verse where it's one of the last it might be one of the last or the last Stan Lee cameo ever recorded, but Stan Lee actually gets to voice Jameson in Into the Spider-Verse in one scene, which is important because that was one thing that he always wanted to do, but never really got the chance. So it's cool that he at least got to play Jameson once before he died, because he really wanted to.
I think I'm close to the last crime scene location. Yuri's been here. Now where's the file?
Now, I should warn you, if you've not heard this one, it's really, really disturbing. So, just letting you know ahead of time.
There's the case file. And the last recording. I remember this. A person got electrocuted accidentally, but the victim had ties to Hammerhead. Yuri tried, but couldn't find evidence of foul play.
Hey, Captain.
You ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm all wired up on my way to the office. Just picking up a coffee first.
Okay. Drinks are on me when this is done.
Looking forward to it, Captain.
Yuri's suspended, but she still won't give up. Hard not to respect that.
Hi, can I just get a large coffee? Hey there, Dad. Who's that you were just talking to? Oh. Hey.
No. Oh, why did I listen to that?
Yeah, that was disturbing.
Call from an unknown number. Hello?
Hello, old friend.
Yuri?
Meet me at the corner of Madison and 23rd. We need to talk.
Wait, Yuri! She's gone. With all that's happened to Yuri, she must be beyond hurting. She doesn't do anything without a reason. So why did she lead me on a grisly crime scene tour? She must have a lead on this enforcer guy. It'll be nice to see her. Maybe help her deal with whatever she's dealing with.
Okay, so yeah, let's go deal with that. It's right there,
All
actually.
units, Maja has seized control of stable APCs. Any officers near Madison, proceed to the crime scene.
Spider-Man's here! Let's show him how we treat unwanted guests!
And I'll show you how I treat idiotic criminals.
It's Spider-Man! Now we really did have some fishing this thing.
Okay, that's it. You guys are on a timeout.
These Hammerhead dudes pile driver.
Sweet rides.
That window. You guys like these PCs so much, so here, enjoy a pile driver directly on top of like I like to auto target them. Are you the last guy left?
All in a day's work.
Dispatch, pursuit resolved. Securing suspect's vehicle now.
But I will say, one thing I will note is keep in mind that during the main game, whenever Yuri had something like what she did to that did with that therapist guy, she would go into Spidey. She didn't that time. Like, this is actually rather like each of these things heading to one of the victims that this guy killed.
That's the Magia enforcer. dead. And the case files from all his victims. This guy killed all these people. But does that mean he deserved to die? Yuri!
I know what you're gonna say, but just hear me out. The system works most of the time, but there are times when it doesn't. And to me, that's unacceptable. Some people put their trust in fate, or karma, or whatever. But I can only trust me.
You can't kill people, Yuri.
Apparently I can. And you know what? It felt good.
You need to turn yourself in.
For what? I just dispensed justice. True justice. And I restored a little bit of balance to the world.
You're my friend, Yuri. I don't want to come after you.
You do what you have to do, and I'll do what I have to do. Goodbye, Spider-Man.
Yuri! What am I gonna do? This all makes sense now. What Yuri did to Hammerhead. She's been struggling with this for a while. She's always held in her emotions. That must take a toll on her. But she's also the most tenacious and stubborn person I know. This was a bad guy for sure, but killing him? That's too much.
No, actually she became Wraith. Like, if you don't know the comics, basically her alter ego in the comics is named, she's a vigilante, anti-hero, anti-villain named Wraith. And, like, the purple ropes and the yellow, that's, like, the color scheme of her costume in the comics. Which I think is actually, like, it's kind of cool that they built that up. Like, they look like, you know, she's never going to be Wraith. Sorry, yawning, tired. But they make it look like she's not going to turn into Wraith, then, like, sitting down her sleeps is basically her start of darkness.
Alrighty. I need to track down those bombs before they go off.
Almost there! But will you be too late? How have you not seen it yet? Yes! That shot is straight fire! Oh, get warmer!
But yeah, I find that, I do find that really cool. But yeah, I do find it interesting that Yuri basically, like, they basically do kind of make this whole thing Yuri's start of darkness to become Wraith.
What are you doing? It's right there!
Pretty good. But in this line of work, pretty good isn't enough.
Yeah, that was pretty good, but, I think you're holding back.
Okay. I think that just leaves one of hers left, which... yeah. But yeah, she basically turned into Wraith, which is basically a vigilante. I do like how they worked her color scheme from the comics into her design. I mean, the color scheme in her comics into her motif there. But, yeah, like, it's one of those, like, there are moral questions to be asked there, like, okay, yes, he's a murderer, but was it right to take it into her own hands? And if you kill one person without a trial, like, how far do you go? Like, there's a lot of good questions to be asked with that sort of thing. Okay, let's deal with this. But yeah, by the way, if they do release something for Fantastic Four, I will.
Rockets?
Yeah, you're not gonna take me out. I'm gonna knock every last one of you unconscious. Jeez, dude. I know you're wearing powered armor and probably cyborgs, but it was really necessary to keep firing even that long after it was obvious that, you know, that you were not hitting me. But yeah, like, Punisher is one of those characters that is always about the moral ambiguity. Ooh, that's probably hurt. But these guys are cyborgs, so, you know.
Somewhere tropical, no rockets.
Like, Punisher's one of those characters that has a lot of moral ambiguity to it, and that's probably part of the reason why we like him.
Hey, don't leave! I just got here!
Okay, which one was the gadget combo this time?
Gadget combos! You know the drill, Spidey! Combine your gadgets and get creative!
Okay.
Looks like I gotta play along.
Good. Now, finish him. Get your trigger fingers ready. It's almost time for a photobomb.
God damn hell!
Okay, and...
Vulnerable. Now's your chance. Oh, and now that is a photobomb.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Now you're on fire.
He smelled that one! One guy, how are we winning?
I'm one guy, but you guys, one, are not very smart, and two...
You teed him up. Now knock him down.
I'll kill you!
The pink light is on, and you know what that means.
Yeah, it means you're kind of a jerk that's making your minions do very demeaning
The
tasks.
comment section is loving that combo. What if you used both gadgets? Finish him!
Though I do admit these are harder to aim than the other gadget. This is one of the harder to aim gadget combos.
Get that photobomb!
Okay,
This would go a whole lot better for you if you used both of your gadgets!
Okay, those all really should have counted.
I let you have 2 gadgets, Spidey. Use them both. Get your filters ready. It's photobomb time.
Okay, now this one I'm not a huge fan of because, like, it makes sense to use these two together, but it's harder to get aim than most of them.
You've got 2 gadgets. Use them or lose them.
How do you kill a hero? One punch at a time.
How to pin a guy to a wall, webs and electricity.
This would go a whole lot better for you if you used
When you're
both
dealing
on
with
your
maniacs,
gadgets.
sometimes you sacrifice style points.
Star Wars Force
Not your best
Unleashed,
work,
good
but
one.
Not your worst either.
Yeah, and that should unlock the last one.
We did it! 50 million followers! Oh, the party starts now! See y'all there! Sorry, Webhead, you're not invited. Subscribers only, but I still love you. Mwah.
Okay, so that leaves everything else, so...
Screwball is the ultimate narcissist. There's no way she'd miss her own party. Gotta find out where it is. Maybe one of our fans.
Yeah, I heard the
posted something
PC
about
port
it.
wasn't very
If only
good.
I knew someone who had time to scour a bunch of social media posts. Hello?
Hey, Pete. Just checking in.
Miles! Are you? Did you just hear what I said?
You said hello.
Huh. Guess your timing is just weirdly perfect. Anyway, I got a mission for you.
I like how they actually reference that.
Oh, man.
I know, I think there's other
I need you to
games
look
that...
through social media and find the location of Screwball's 50 millionth follower party.
Oh. Okay. Sure. I'll call you as soon as I find something.
While I wait for Miles, I can do some Spidey patrolling.
Okay, since we gotta wait for him to do that, I'm gonna zip around here until another crime starts. Gameplay was okay, story was meh. I like Force Unleashed. Like, yeah, there are, like, it's not a perfect game. Like, I think the second one's story I don't like as well as the first one. And at the end of the day, another thing is, you gotta remember George Lucas kind of had a lot of weird ideas when they asked him about it. Like, they were going to have Starkiller actually have a Sith name, and one of the suggestions he gave them was Darth Icky. I'm not joking. That is literally something that happened. George Lucas's mind can be weird, apparently. I mean, granted, not as weird as some of the some things, like all those MLP gimmick figures, or the fact in G1 they actually called them.
Looks like that Oscorp truck could use my help. Only you guys put this much effort into your fashion choices.
They called it back up.
Okay. Now our little insurance policy, actually. Here, enjoy this.
You're out of your league, punk.
No, you're out of your league. But yeah, I like the one thing I do like about Force Unleashed is, though there is some things I don't like is one thing I find interesting is that the dark side ending to both games is objective, like basically complete, is a encapsulation of why you don't want giving the dark side. Yeah, they actually. Yeah, that is also true. Well, actually, who's the Freddy Krueger in this? Like, yeah, but they did have a Michael Jackson clone who was Nightshade, who I actually like as a character. Like, I like the idea of Nightshade. You know, he's a villain in the sense. Okay, why are you? He's a villain in the sense that he's working for Erebus, but at the same time, you know, there's actual I like the foreshadowing, which is actually something you don't really expect from a show that old. But they actually foreshadow it. Like, if the first lines we hear him say are, I'm trying to remember. Like, if you say that you want to know me, meet me, or say me, you want to know me or meet me, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd say that's a shame. Basically, he outright admits in the first line we hear him
That's great. Thanks so much.
You want me to meet you there? Just in case you need some backup?
that, you know, it's a hidden fact that he's a tragic villain who doesn't want to be involved.
Can't wait. Like, literally, waiting is really hard.
Sanamia. I wouldn't say Freddy Krueger.
Talk soon.
Like, I wouldn't say she's Freddy Krueger because Sanamia was a villain, a good villain, but she was more trapped in your fantasies. Well, I drain you of your energy rather than
giving her validation. She's going to keep doing more and more dangerous stuff.
Okay, so here we are. Everyone ready to finally see Screwball get her just desserts? Because I know, like, this is the reason why I don't mind her being a intentional hate sink, is because it makes being able to actually take her down feel good. But I wouldn't say she's a Freddy Krueger analog, because it just... Freddy Krueger's a sadistic serial killer, so Nebula was just stealing people's youth to power herself up. Now, yeah, she would actually, like, ironically, if you think about it, she was probably one of the stronger G1 villains. Like, in terms of what she could do once she was at full strength. And, of course, she has dubstep. I actually like dubstep.
Okay, Screwball must be here somewhere. Unless she's faking me out again. This feels like a party she'd want to attend.
Hey y'all, hope you're having fun. Don't forget to tag me in your selfies.
Okay, I actually just went straight to where she's here.
What a nice surprise. Everyone ready for the season finale?
Screwball! Don't move!
Come on! The world is watching!
No, you gotta give her credit. She's actually pretty good at parkour.
Better of a person.
Wow! Mood killer! Try to keep the banter light and fun, Kay! Who wants to see some firearms? Ooh, I do!
I mean, like, it really doesn't matter.
Jose, look at that spike in concurrent viewers! We gotta keep this... Oh, look at that! A photobomb! Better get over there!
Like,
Time for a twist!
what's a twist?
Everybody's got drones these days.
Here! Catch!
Would you really consider this a boss fight? Like, I'm not sure. Like, I guess this is a get back here boss.
That's one drone.
Get that photobomb!
Yeah, I really don't. Like,
you care about them?
I'm a role model. I
Where
have
is she?
a responsibility to my people.
No, you don't. You have a responsibility to do the right thing. To stop running and admit what you've been doing is wrong.
Excuse me! What I've been doing is giving the world the greatest show they've ever seen! How is that wrong?
Because you're hurting people.
Hate to break it to you, SM!
That's all of them. Finally, it's time to get close and finish this.
Screwball has been banned.
You only caught me because I wanted you to catch me! Look how many followers I gained! Yes!
Yeah, and you're also going to prison.
You guys know who I am, right? Of course you do. Mind if I live stream on the way to the station?
Officially unfollowed.
Okay. Now, yeah, I don't really need to have the suit that we get for committing the crimes. I don't really need to have for the final fight. Like if it was the other, like the thing is, if the suit that you get for beating the DLC was the suit you got for the doing the district, I definitely would do them. The platform, yeah. I mean, give her credit, she's good at parkour. Yeah, it is a cool suit. So, okay, do you want me to do all the beat all the crimes before I go to the boss fight? If you're watching, tell me. Do you want me to do all the crimes before I go to the boss fight? Yes or no? Like, do you want me to do the boss fight in the suit I get for completing the districts? I mean, it's a cool suit. I just want to know if you want me to do it. Beat the crimes, okay. Beat the crime's already here, so I don't really need to. Okay, so.
It turns out traditional media isn't dead quite yet. Not that any of my listeners ever had it. They're used to getting world-class content on a regular basis. But I'm, of course, talking about Screwball and her live-streaming band of bandits finally getting yanked off the air. Or the web. Whatever. The point is, we can all once again rest easy knowing we don't have to live in constant crippling fear of the awful sound of a so-called internet personality spewing nonsensical acronyms into the Ethernet. Internet. Whatever. How is this for a meme, Screwball? Goodbye. What do you mean that's not a meme? Of course it is. I just made it one.
I could see that being a meme. So is it just me, or do crimes actually, like, the funny thing is it just me, or does crimes not pop up as often when you want them to?
Location is south of Houston.
Hammerhead's guys are raiding those trucks. Can't they just go to the store like everyone else?
And nobody will, unless you don't quit your gaffing. Come on.
Because I'm Spider-Man and your lookouts are people.
A truck that you knocked over. The situation in Sincaria must be pretty bad if Oscorp is sending all this stuff over. Hopefully it helps.
I'm gonna tell everybody you're for real.
Twitter account, yeah, I could kind of see that.
What we would have done without you, Spider-Man. Thanks. Thank you.
Like, in terms of what I expect in the sequel, I really expect the sequel to...
You saved my mom from the fire once. Thank you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hey there. See the game last night? Like your shoes.
I still don't know the right one yet.
Please, don't ask me to do the ham thing.
I wish I could, like, do the...
Bring it in and blow it up.
But, yeah, speaking of... Oh, there's what's fine. But, like, speaking of Spider-Verse, again, I love that movie. Like, I really do. That is one of the best superhero movies I've seen. What will I play once I finish this one? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Why is it always rockets with you guys? Man, you're a dead man.
And body slam.
Dodging rockets is a lot more fun than getting hit by them.
I might do. I'm considering doing Transformers Devastation. Well, no, actually, I know what I'm doing. It's going to be one. If it gets here in time, that is, because you can never tell with Amazon. It'll be One Piece Pirate Warriors 3.
Hi.
That's what I have in mind, anyway. And, well, Kingdom Hearts 3 is also going to be coming up at some point, but I want to do that. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 I want to do, but the thing is, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be a very, very long game. Oh! Hey, by the way, does anyone remember George of the Jungle? Like that movie? I love that movie. No real worries about that because the story mode basically covers like the arcs. They like skip details, yes, but yeah, like.
Where do all these Hammerhead guys get their suits?
But yeah, George of the Jungle was actually was really funny. Like, and I admit for the longest time, I honestly did not know it was based off of an old cartoon. Like, I sincerely didn't. I just thought it was a parody of Tarzan. Which, yes, it is a parody of Tarzan. But... By the way, did anyone know that there's a book where Tarzan fights Kong? Because there is. There is literally a book where Tarzan fights King Kong. Apparently it's actually pretty good. But yeah, like, I love George of the Jungle, and the only reason I don't watch it more often is because my VHS player, I only had it on VHS, and my VHS player turned into a tape eater. Okay, there should be a, okay, he's right over here.
I broke Sable's property. Accidentally. Totally accidentally.
Okay, so where do I go now? I need to do crimes there, crimes there. Actually, I don't have that many crimes left to do. But, yeah, basically, there's this, it's basically Kong somehow ends up in Tarzan's territory, and like I think in Africa, and Tarzan basically unites and it, like gets like the climax. I think it's like uniting every animal in a 5-mile radius versus Kong all at once, and it's like supposedly really epic. As for how that exists, do remember that like Tarzan's public domain. No, well, Tarzan as a character. Okay, see you later, Paul. Concept Tarzan as in the original version from the book that he originated in is public domain. Disney's Tarzan is Disney.
All units, response needed for a Sable supply convoy under duress. Any officers inside village,
like,
please copy.
Copyright's complicated, but basically anyone can make a Tarzan story because it's public domain.
Sable weapons and food supplies. That those are supposed to go to Sicaria. You guys don't need more guns, and you definitely don't need the food.
So, but as like the thing with Kong is Kong's entire like copyright is so confusing. Like just look up everyone that owns Kong. Like 9 million different people own some aspect of Kong. Which is how, even though Universal owns the rights to the original King Kong, Legendary, which is associated with Warner Brothers, was able to make a King Kong.
I should remember to tell Sable about this later. Maybe it'll get me on her good side. If she has one.
Your man, Spider-Man.
Thanks, Spidey.
Hello.
But yeah, like 9 million different people own Kong.
Excuse me,
so,
pardon me.
Do something heroic. Great work,
How'd you be taller?
How's it going?
So yeah, there was Tarzan versus Kong actually is a thing that exists.
I'm naming my kid after you.
Hey, what's up?
If you know Tarb, ask him about it. He seems to be a real big fan.
Game
of
last
it.
night? Hi.
Wait till Mom sees this. It's almost
Spider-Man, over here.
Spider-Man, right here! How can you not love this guy?
Hey, just taking a break.
Can you say hi to my kid? What? You're not making any sense.
Please don't touch the suit.
Okay.
New equipment available. What? What new equipment? I've got literally all of the equipment. I got all the skills too. Like, what am I missing here?
Like your shoes.
Save the whole city, get right back to work. You really are a role model.
But yeah, like 10 million different people own Kong. In some capacity. And then you, like just having a gorilla character named
Rockets?
oh wait, I got awesome spider. I hate how those rockets, if you're in close range, you can't really dodge them. Okay, I dodged them. Whatever, why am I complaining?
talk about rocket launcher reform.
Oh. Okay, where am I at? Yeah, I'm still in the right place.
Hey, you're
Spiderman makes me sick. I'm out of here.
spider fighting.
See the game last night?
Okay. Oh, no.
All units. Assistance needed to neutralize a standoff with Maja. Officers needed in Koreatown.
Okay, that makes more sense. Like, and the interesting thing is, of course, like, it was actually the people that made, the person that made the original Kong that suggested it too. Like, the project that would eventually become King Kong vs. Godzilla was supposed to be, or maybe it was a student, but...
If they light that fuel, they'll level the whole block. Guys, your bad day's about to get worse.
Okay, he's out of my way. Okay, he's left.
That could have ended badly. But it didn't. So, no risk, no reward, I guess.
Okay, but yeah, like, that's one of those things is you don't think about a lot of these things, but it does happen. But basically, the original idea was Frankenstein versus...
Epic tag team action. Couldn't believe it.
It was the original idea that turned into King Kong Godzilla versus Godzilla was King Kong versus Frankenstein.
All units, Magia has stolen a truck with stable equipment. Reports are coming in from Little Tokyo.
Which I find an interesting concept. And that also turned into Frankenstein versus Baragon. Like, it turned into Frankenstein versus Frankenstein versus the Baragon and...
Stealing Sable Tech, just like bees and honey. Wait, which one's the bee and... I'm good with science, but not metaphors. Is that a simile? Let me guess. You guys are in love with the police, and you're just playing hard to get.
Okay, that one's a fun one. Dynamic entry! But yeah, I would like to see, like, that idea actually... Like, that's an idea that they could actually do something with in the Monsterverse, maybe? Like, Frankenstein versus Kong. Like, if they did it the right way. Like, the original idea was that Frankenstein was meant to be... The Frankenstein that would have appeared in...
happy I got her stuff back.
Yeah, there were
Actually, she won't
plans
be
for a
happy.
continuation,
She'll be
and there
just
were plans for a
little less
remake in the Heisei era. And when the remake rights deal did not go through, they decided to go with Mechanicon. They tried to make a Godzilla versus Mechanicon, but that got shut down too. So yeah, there were a lot of attempts to make more, and it just wasn't until Legendary got the rights, got the idea that they were actually able to make a second official King Kong versus Godzilla. Oh, okay, there's a crime. Like, I'm really wondering how that's going to go, because there are a lot of ways they can make Kong work as the, like, Kong and Godzilla fighting work, but the thing is, like, in this universe,
like
Kong and Godzilla are both
conversation.
good guys.
guys put this much effort into your fashion choices. Get him, Spider! They called it backup.
Somebody call for backup!
Yeah, I kind of do too, and they actually kind of tease something like that in the comics, which the Birth of Kong comic.
Can you guys tell the next bunch to bring some snacks? Getting a little hungry.
Stay back! Please!
Like they, because there's these creatures on Skull Island. I want to say they're called Volt Jackals or something. Like they're jackals. Like at least jackals or hyenas, something like that. That have electrical powers. So they definitely do know of. Okay.
You better run! Crap! Look out!
So they definitely are hinting that, you know, Kong might get electrical powers. Why are you hitting yourself? Like, they definitely are hinting at least the idea that there are creatures in this universe that have electrical powers, and Ghidorah has electrical powers in the new movie. I'm really looking forward to that movie. I so hope it is good. Like, everything about it looks like it's going to be great.
You guys know I'm not leaving till you do, right?
But then again, a lot of stuff about Glass looked like it was going to be great, and I have no interest in seeing Glass.
Nothing like taking down a bunch of criminals to brighten your day.
Thank you. I think I need to look into a career change.
And now we have the Into the Spider-Verse suit. Which I'm going to wear just for fun. That is a really cool suit. Like, I really like the animated suits. Jet Jaguar would be fun. Like, and I'm actually going to bring this up to at the next, like, live stream Tarb does. But, like, there's actually references to, like, an armor based off Jet Jaguar in the anime versus companion novels, which incidentally are way better than the actual movies. But yeah, Jet Jaguar could be like a Jaeger or something. But one thing that I feel was a grave wasted opportunity is they introduced the idea of a monster factor in the Animeverse. Which is basically saying, okay, if you worship this particular, like if you are closely connected to this particular monster for so long, you eventually start to adopt its traits. That's why the Mothra tribe has Mothra-like attributes. But they don't do anything with the idea. Imagine if instead of Godzilla just, you know, killing all of the monsters off screen in the 1,000-year time skip, if like there were a bunch of tribes running around, each of which was worshipping a different monster, each of which had like the various abilities of a monster factor to those monsters. That would be so cool, but
So where's this base you talked about? Whoa. Your toys are so much cooler than mine.
I like that line. Final boss time. Also, I noticed this section seems a little shorter in terms of total length, but it feels like it's mainly a, you know, they put like most of the bosses in the DLC pack into this particular game. I mean, this particular section. Like, you get a Silver Sable boss, you get I call Screwball the chase of Screwball a boss.
But now that all of New York City has seen it, Hammerhead will probably be here soon.
And you get a fight with Hammerhead. So
let us work quickly.
Also, ignore the fact that I've suddenly become a cartoon
I
character.
acquired the Class 5 laser array. We need to calibrate it to prevent it from overheating.
Lucky for us, I'm working on my master's in calibration. Let's do this. Okay, what's first?
Pull the housing array into place.
On it. Whoa, nice laser.
Housing locked.
Done and done.
We are not done.
Oh.
We must reset the targeting field aerials.
Sure thing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exit the hangar and navigate to the top of the nearby transmitters.
Alrighty. So, we should talk about the strategy with Hammerhead, don't you think?
What is there to talk about? Find him. Then focus the laser on the plate in his head. The laser will heat the carbon steel to critical temperature, which will rearrange its molecular structure.
And soften it so I can knock him unconscious. I get that part, but how do you know it won't, melt his brain?
When the wolf attacks the sheep, he risks getting shot by the shepherd.
Okay, well, Shepherd, just remember my no-killing rule, okay?
But seriously, how much cooler would that be if, like, there was instead of Godzilla just, you know, killing
Systems
all?
appear functional.
Yeah, this is a
Now we must
DLC
test
mission.
the targeting and power levels.
Cool. Wait, this doesn't involve shooting me, does it?
Not yet, but I do need you to launch those targets.
Right. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Bombs away! Hit it! Pull!
Just a few more.
Cool with me, this is fun! Here comes another one! Nice shot! Is this how modern militaries teach shooting? Oh, can we do one more? Please?
You are
Oh, thank you for following me.
Well, we're all children on the inside. Whoa!
Come back. We have one more thing to do.
On my way.
We must adjust the gyroscopic navigation stabilizer
In order to compensate for the weight of the laser. Go to that terminal and wait for me to activate the system. System ready.
I'm going in.
But yeah, this is a DLC mission.
Okay, that should do it.
And there's Hammerhead. Now, I will tell you, this boss fight's pretty tough.
You two teaming up now? Cute. But it ain't gonna do no good.
Sable? Use a little help here.
The laser is down.
Can you fix it?
I am trying.
Okay, I'll just do the Hammerhead waltz for a bit. Okay, time to get personal.
Keep trying, keep fair. I'm indestructible. Now that I'm involved, it's time for me to be the boss I always should have been. Just as soon as I kill you both. Look at me. You can't kill me.
Come on.
Sable, what's your status?
Laser is back online. Keep it safe.
Now prepare to be punched repeatedly in the face.
You guys just don't give up, do you? I respect that, but I'm still gonna kill you.
I'm still gonna punch you repeatedly in the
Come on
face.
in, boys. You're going down.
Okay, near the laser.
Hold him steady.
Yay, teamwork!
Now hit him.
Give up now, before I really hurt you.
This is a fight you ain't gonna win.
And this is a fight you don't want to be in. You know, this actually was a lot tougher when I played it myself. I don't know if I'm just being a lot better this time around or not. Because I died like 9 times on this.
You think you're hurting me? Ha!
You look like you're hurt.
Still no respect. What's it gonna take?
You're actually being worth
What I
respecting.
respect? A guy who knows when to quit.
Commencing bombing run.
Damn, I missed.
Keep them coming. I'll make sure the next one hits.
I dropped the bomb. You throw them at him.
He's quick. I gotta be quicker.
Where's the bomb? Is it...
His shield's down. Indestructible, huh? I think not.
Keep your distance. Don't let him use his head.
Good tip. Got it.
Locking in.
Yeah, I admit this is a lot tougher when I was a kid.
Do it!
Indestructible, huh? I think not.
You're gonna regret that!
Nah, but you will.
You two got skills! I give you one chance! Join my crew, or die!
I'll take what's behind door number 3.
Commencing bombing run.
Eat this!
Yay, teamwork!
Love your tech, Sable! Too bad I gotta use it to take you out! You're just pissing me off!
Can't let him hit me.
Coming your way, bug!
I am making another pass.
His shield's too strong. I need to disable it first.
Do not let him hit you.
Yeah, try it.
That guy was just like randomly walking by and he just got nailed.
Now hold him down.
Hey, welcome back, Cole.
Man, he's fast.
Like, yeah, I think that probably the thing is that this... Okay, I dodged.
Let's see you dodge this!
Let's see you dodge that.
Now hit him.
Okay, now I'm trying to actually... Now I'm remembering why this is a hard boss.
Shoot him!
I am trying. Fuck, down. The laser is down. Wait. I have an idea.
Can't wait much longer!
Pulse him.
Ow.
Then what?
Get ready to jump.
Okay, I admit, I actually did a lot better playing this on the live stream than I did playing this on my own. Because I died like 9 times to this guy on my own. Awesome, that is a cool finishing move. You know, with what the monster that guy is, that feels so satisfying to finally bring him down.
Fun.
Like, it really does.
Hey, you have dinner plans? I know this great pizza place.
I must return to Simcaria.
Right. You have a war to fight.
I do not like to fight.
I don't think he is...
Do what I have to in order to help my people.
I know. That's what heroes do.
I'm no hero.
I don't know if he
But you have taught
died.
me a few
Like,
things.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Like how to disarm my enemies with bad jokes.
Actually, they're good jokes, but I understand humor can be subjective.
Thank you, Spider-Man. For everything.
and thus Silver
I don't
Sable
do
becomes an
bugs.
ally
Yeah,
of
right.
Spidey.
Of course. Hey, can I get a lift back to the city? I'd swim, but it'd take forever to get the river smell out of my suit.
Okay, so since we already did all the crimes, that basically is the end of the DLC. For now, there might be, like, we still don't know what they're going to do in the future. Like, well, okay, now we got the credits, actually. We will remember you, Stan Lee. We will forever remember you. Yeah, at least he doesn't die when he touches water, that is true. I think it's F. I think most people do, press F to mourn Stan Lee. Hit F to, I meant hit F to, or, is it normally F? I think it's normally F to mourn. Like, to mourn Stan Lee. I do like that little touch. Also, I love this cutscene.
Ready? I think the web shooters are a little tight.
Get used to it. Just try to keep up.
And thus, Miles takes his first steps into being Spider-Man. Incidentally, by also jumping off of a building, just like in Into the Spider-Verse. So, okay,
Hammerhead's
so
finished, but his men are still out there. A spider's work is never done.
yeah, it is. Okay, now, I'm going to give my thoughts on the suits, because I just got the last one. Let me see. The suits from this DLC pack. I've made it abundantly clear, this is one of my absolute favorite suits in the whole game. I love this suit. It basically gives me yeah, I do intend to do that. I do intend to wait for... But I love this suit. It just makes me think like Kamen Rider Spider-Man, and I just love it. It's just such a cool suit. And one of my favorites. Okay.
Today is a fine day in New York City. At long last, Hammerhead has been taken down for good. Cyborg parts and all. I will even give Spider-Man and Silver Sable an outfit credit. They did, after all, plan the final. However, while the mainstream media trips over itself to heap lavish praise on these vigilantes, allow me to give you a dose of facts. Hammerhead would have never gotten too far had it not been for Silver Sable leaving behind all her gear in the city. And don't get me started on Spider-Man stoking the fires of a gang war and forcing a decorated police captain into administrative leave. So sure, they cleaned up the mess, but they were also the ones that made it.
No, we didn't make it. That was made just because crime. Like, basically, that's what it amounts to, is crime. But anyway, let's get back to this. Now, as for the Into the Spider-Verse suit, because I want to do the new suit last. I like this suit. It's not my favorite suit in the whole pack. I think the others kind of do the different veneer a little bit, like the different animation style a little better. It like feels like maybe a little something is missing from it, maybe. But it's still a really fun suit, and I really like it. I just really like this suit. It looks really cool. It fits Spider-Man, and it's one of those suits that I'm glad is in the game. And it just like is a very fluid suit. It looked good in the cutscenes, and I like that it's not so similar. So different from everything else that it looks totally out of place in cutscenes. So I really like this suit. Now, as for the last suit, no, not that one. Cyborg Spider-Man. I love this suit. I wish you got this suit for completing the districts rather than the Into the Spider-Verse suit, because it just seems so fitting to wear this suit to fight Hammerhead.
I know, I'm a jerk. Isn't the city great?
Like, it's just a really cool looking suit. I think the only asymmetrical suit that, like, at least bluntly asymmetrical suit that we get in the entire game. Like, I like how asymmetrical it is. I like how cool it looks. I like how just plain wacky it looks. Like, it looks just plain wacky. And I mean, just one of those off-the-wall suits they could have added. I really like it. Also, I like that it glows in the dark when you're in like a dark place. Like, I like the eye glows in the dark. Yeah, there's them finding the guy. We're mainly waiting for Jameson at this point. But as for the rest of the DLC pack, I really like it. Like, I like this DLC. It feels a bit shorter to a degree, but the thing is, everything in this is much more action-packed than the previous two. Like, there's a lot less. Yeah, I like the bandage on the head too. It looks really cool. Ironically, this was from a comic arc where this is actually not Spider-Man as a cyborg. It's basically this is like a high-tech cast, and it's basically to help him heal. Like, I admit, in my New Game Plus, I'm probably going to wear this during the whole post-Sinister 16. But one thing I do really appreciate with this DLC pack is you get the feeling everything wrapped up, and you get to know Silver Sable a lot more. Like, you get to understand her a lot more and see her more as a character. And I really like that. I like that she finally becomes Spidey's, like, complete ally in the enemy. The 90s Spider-Man was Cyborg Spider-Man? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the case. Oh, hey, XX! I forgot you finished this game. And the DLC. Like, if there's one complaint I have, is that Cyborg Hammerhead could maybe look a little more interesting, but he still looks cool. I still like the boss fight with him. And I like that it's, you know, you and Silver Sable teaming up against the final boss. Oh, and the action figure. Yeah, they made a lot of wacky action figures for that, didn't they? Oh, actually, that reminds me of one thing we can look at while we're waiting for Jameson to show up. Let me see. Which section of the city is Fisk Tower in? That's Avengers Tower. Times Square, New York Empire State Building, Wakandan Embassy, Sicarian Embassy, United Nations. Because they added something very interesting. Yeah, it really was. Like, that sounds kind of wacky, but that is the honest-to-goodness truth why that ended up happening. Does anyone remember which district Fisk Tower is in? I honestly can't. Because they added something special. But yeah, basically they had all these wacky action figures, and they wanted to give them some meaning, so they basically threw together the Spider-Verse. There it is. They basically threw together the Spider Wars, which was a very good crossover. I like that. I honestly wish Spider Carnage would come back in some capacity. Like, yeah, I think that is about the area. I don't know New York's map, but I did find it. But they actually changed the look.
Call my doctor and double all my prescriptions. I'm in the red here, folks.
I love this one.
Eyewitnesses have confirmed that there is no longer just one Spider-Man, but two of them. I mean, one is bad enough, but I'm having a hard time dealing with the idea of multiple menaces swinging through our beautiful city. It's just It's just... Jared, I might be having a heart attack. I need to lie down, folks. No, don't call an ambulance. It's too expensive. Call a cab. I have a coupon in my wallet. Don't go in my wallet, Jared. I'll do it. I'll do it.
And Jameson reacts as you'd expect him to when there's 2 Spider-Men, thanks to Miles being Spidey now. But yeah, they basically changed this so that Fisk Tower is now like locked down with police tape and has a for lease sign because, well, Wilson Fisk got captured. And yeah, I do kind of feel sorry for JJ a little bit there, but yeah. Also, breakdancing. I have nothing more to say. That's just cool. I mean, I do actually feel, like, I honestly imagine if that actually happened in this show, like in the comics or something, Spidey would probably actually rush to help him. Like, let's face facts. Like, if Spider-Man knew Jameson was in life or death trouble, like having a heart attack or something, and needed help getting to the hospital, he would come. Like, Spider-Man would come save him for all the animosity between the two of them. Like, that is what would happen. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what will happen. But anyway, I like this DLC. Like, I like the City That Never Sleeps DLC pack in general is really good. Okay, check my Twitter feed. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that there are 2, like, commenting that there's 2 Spideys now. I have a list of people I want to punch and leave hanging from a lamp. A lamp. Yeah, that is true. That there's a lot of dialogue. Yeah. 2 Spider-Man! 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 There I am, enjoying ice cream along the Hudson with my BF, and boom, out of nowhere there's a huge ship. Yeah, that's that. Hammerhead is no more. Spider-Man swing by, and then another one swing by right after him. And then I'm assuming he's like an evil overlord. Yeah, there's a lot. Also, I like that. By the way, you might not have. I think I mentioned it before, but there's actually if you're just tuning into my live streams, there's actually a side quest earlier on in the game where you're helping that woman find the people that are blackmailing her husband, and they're actually GTA protagonists. Turns out that that superheroes are kind of out of their realm of ability. Also, I like this place. This is pretty. But yeah, overall, I really like this. I like that the City That Never Sleeps DLC was actually was an expansion pack, because expansion packs are not what DLC normally is anymore. Like, normally they sell a lot of times they sell expansion packs as just completely separate games nowadays, or the DLC is for a lot of is just some random thing that they tack on, or it's overpriced and just a suit pack. Like how I think it was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite charged like $10 for one character in DLC. I feel this DLC was totally worth it, and I'm actually really happy about it. I really enjoyed this DLC, and with the fact New Game blesses the thing, all these suits have a lot more meaning to them. Like with New Game Plus, I can wear this suit wherever I want to in the game. I'm planning to wear it during the Sinister 6 breakout. I mean, after the Sinister 6 attack. Because it seems like a very it's another one, it adds to the list of my post-apocalyptic suits. Which is weird that I have a list of post-apocalyptic suits, but I do. But yeah, in general, I really like this game. I really like the DLC, and this will be the last episode unless they actually do, as it's kind of been implied that they will, release something Fantastic Four related, because they have implied that they're going to be releasing something Fantastic Four related. in the upcoming weeks. It's not clear what that is. Like somebody is like a lot of people are hoping it's actually like a DLC chunk like this, but it might just be new suits. I will do something to show off those if it does come up. Maybe not a live stream, just a video. But anyway, that's about all I have to say. I highly recommend this DLC if you have the base game. So, see you guys next. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about that, and thank you for subbing to me. But anyway, my dad came in because I needed to see our dog. It makes sense in context. We have a Chihuahua. Oh, there's a beat 'em up on the PlayStation. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. If it comes, next week will be One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. So, I hope you guys enjoy that. Saturday, I will be doing Spyro Reignited. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase!